Arthritis is usually an inflammatory situation, and that certainly does play a part, but we've got another situation with arthritis, and because I have time I'll touch on it. There's a lot of people that are taking acid-forming foods.
Prepare to unlock the secrets of arthritis management with Barbara O'Neill as our guide. This video is packed with game-changing strategies that could revolutionize how you tackle those pesky joint pains. Picture this, a vibrant, active life where arthritis doesn't call the shots. Sounds too good to be true. Not according to Barbara. She's about to share her secret weapons in the battle against inflammation. And spoiler alert, your fork might be your most powerful ally. But wait, there's more. We're not just talking food here. Barbara's got the inside scoop on how to keep your body moving and grooving, even when your joints feel more like the Tin Man than the Energizer Bunny. And for those moments when life gets a little too spicy, Barbara's got your back with some seriously soothing stress-busting techniques. Plus, she introduces you to a treasure trove of natural remedies that might just make you rethink your medicine cabinet. So, are you ready to take the driver's seat in your arthritis journey? Hold on tight, because Barbara O'Neill is about to take you on a ride towards a healthier, happier you. Trust us, you won't want to miss this. Now, let's listen to Barbara tell us more.
And in my book, Self-Heal by Design, I have a whole chapter on the acid-alkaline balance. So I'll just do a quick one here and show you the alkaline-forming foods are the lemon, the greens, particularly they're the two most alkaline vegetables, also fruits, and there are 3 alkaline legumes, and that is lima beans and lentils and soy. And remember, soy's only been a problem, it's only a problem if it's been genetically modified. And millet is an alkaline grain, sorghum. Sorghum is a grain that's always been used for, sorghum has only ever been grown for cows, but they've discovered it's gluten-free. So now, I know in Australia, you know Weet-Bix? It's a very famous Australian cereal. It's made out of wheat. Well, you can buy gluten-free Weet-Bix now. It's made out of sorghum. You can even buy sorghum flour.
Can you make sorghum like we were talking about doing millet earlier? Like as an oatmeal?
Oh, you might be able to. It'd be like a grain like wheat, though. Right. You'd just have a grain.
Sorghum is like Milo. Yeah.
Like what?
Like Milo.
Milo.
Now, in this country, it's Milo.
Milo. In Australia, Milo is a chocolate drink. That's why I said Milo. Oh, well, you mustn't have the Milo like we have in Australia.
Your Milo is better than ours.
Spelt and buckwheat. So these are all the alkaline grains. And all your seeds. So they're your alkaline foods, whereas your acid foods, and the acid foods are the foods that can cause inflammation. So there's your refined sugar. Refined sugar is pure acid. Meat, it breaks down to a very acid substance. Cheese, the only cheese that isn't acid forming is like your fresh, your goat feta, things like that. But your hard yellow cheese, very acid forming. Alcohol has a very acid effect. Tobacco has an acid effect. And all your caffeine, foods and drinks, acid. All your other nuts other than almond and Brazil. Almond and Brazil are your 2 alkaline nuts. So you can Google my name and Google, acid alkaline balance, and you can see a 50-minute presentation on it, or you can get Self-Heal by Design where I have a chapter on it, but I'm just quickly touching on it now to show you the role that it plays in arthritis.
What kind of nuts for the acid?
Everything other than those two. Yep.
Even cashew?
Yeah, hear me out. So to maintain a correct acid-alkaline in the balance in the body, we should be having 70 to 80% alkaline. So we need a little acid. I eat pecans, I love them, and cashews. But it's not the main part of my diet. And we should be having 20 to 30% acid-forming foods. So in my diet, my acid is coming from chickpeas, pecans, can you see that? Whereas with some people, just about all their food is acid. And that is a big contributing factor to arthritis. My mother died a cripple in a wheelchair with rheumatoid arthritis at the age of 51. And she ate lots of white bread, white cereal. She hardly drank any water. She drank lots of cups of tea and meat every day. My mum didn't realise that everything she was doing was contributing to her arthritis. Many people are sick in ignorance. And because my mum didn't drink water, she used to have headache tablets every day. See, drugs are very acid forming. These are the least acid, so I can't put drugs in there, there's not enough room, but you get it. So for someone to conquer arthritis, they need to go to the alkaline forming foods. Doesn't mean they can't have cashews or walnuts or pecans, because 20 to 30% is fine, as long as most of their food is from this section here.
You mentioned the oats being bad, but if they're slow cooked now.
Oats aren't bad. My sons have them for breakfast every day and absolutely love them. But oats are high in lectins, and if someone has inflammation and they have the high lectin foods, it increases the inflammation. And the Scottish traditionally soak them all day and slow cook them all night, and that will disarm the lectins. So some people say, yeah, but I ate quick oats. Well, we did talk about lies in advertising, didn't we? And remember what my husband says. I don't believe him. He says that so much. He's a skeptic. That's why he's a Christian, because it's the first thing that made sense. Yes?
You're talking about whole oats, right? Or steel-cut oats?
You name it.
Yes.
You name it.
Because they sell, at Costco, they sell sprouted oats, which means they were without lectins, I assume, because they were...
I guess so.
soaked in sprouted.
I guess so, yeah. But the two grains that have no lectins at all are millet and sorghum. When someone's on a high acid diet, that causes the alkaline calcium to be taken out of the bones to neutralise the high acid condition. So that's another contributing factor to weakening bones. And a clear indication that the bones are weakening is that the only exposed bones in the body are weakening. Where's that? Teeth. It's the only exposed bone in the body. So a high acid diet is another big contributing factor. So when we get people come to our program who are sick, you know what they say? If only I'd known this when I was young. So we've got a few young people here. This is gold, this information. You can prevent so much pain and suffering later in life. I had a guy come into the office one day for a consultation, and he's like this, walking like this, and I could tell he wasn't that old. In fact, he was only 57. He said, I've had 2 hip replacements, I've had 2 knee replacements, and when I looked at her history, he was a famous footballer. Famous footballer. And you know what the footballers do? They get an injury and they say to the The sports massage, anything. Do anything it takes to get me back on the field. Cortisone injections, painkillers, just so that I can get out there and play that game. And yet if they hadn't had the cortisone injection, if they hadn't had the painkillers, that knee would have said, put me up for a while. And if they had, it would have allowed that knee to heal. And where's the glory now in this man who can hardly walk? And you know what? The whole world's forgotten about him.